So what are presets? Well, presets simply are Lightroom's collection of one-click solution outcomes for creative effects to your pictures. Now when you click any of these presets here, the effect will be applied to your main image, and all the settings linked to that effect will be displayed over here in this Develop tab. Now these presets are not perfect by no means, and you will have to adjust them. For example, this black and white creative look has created far too much high contrast here, so I would have to adjust this in order for me to get the look I'm after. But they're a really quick way to actually get you at least halfway there, and sometimes the different effects can work really well depending on the look that you're after. Now for this image I'm going to go for a kind of vintage effect. So there's two really nice presets here, one called Color Creative Yesterday 1 and one called Color Creative Yesterday 2. So I'm just going to click number 1, and I've got the effect applied now to my picture. I'm going to adjust this slightly. There's a little bit too much yellow. I'm not happy with the contrast, so I'm going to do that now. The first thing I think I will do here is I will bring down the brightness slightly, and I'm also going to come down to the split toning effect, because this creative effect has actually applied these split toning parameters here. You can see the saturation is really high. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit, and similarly with the shadows, just going to bring that down a wee bit. That's looking better already. I think I'll just warm the picture up very slightly here. I'm going to try and go for like a summer's day, late evening summer's day look. Just bring down the exposure a little bit here. And because I'm going for that vintage look, one of the characteristics of the vintage look was the contrast in the images was not always really strong. So at the moment the contrast is quite high, and I'm going to bring this down, and this is going to make the shadow areas a little less dark, and I can increase that look by simply adding a little bit more light in the shadows area and in the dark area here, so we get kind of like a washed out look, and we can see quite a lot of detail in the shadows now. I'm also going to use a recovery slider, because when we add the recovery slider over to the right, you'll notice the lightest areas actually become a little bit duller. They're not as the luminance is reduced of these white areas, and we get quite a nice color tone being applied into these areas here. So that's looking quite good now. What I might do just to finish this off is I think I might add a very small extra amount of vignetting just in the corner there. Okay, and I'm happy with that. Now the look that we've achieved now is pretty different from what we first started with, so I want to actually save this look, because this is my preset now, this is my set of changes, and I might want to use this look later on. So how do I do that? Well, let's go back up to the presets tab. If I click the plus button, we have create new preset. I'm going to give this a name. I'm going to call it Mr. K Warm Vintage. Okay, and I'm going to make sure that all these different options are ticked, because we have used all of these, or pretty much. Then I'm going to click create, and under user presets we now have Mr. K Warm Vintage, and these other ones here are some presets I've created previously, and I've given them all a name which kind of links to the look. That's it really. We've created a new preset based on a Lightroom preset. We've made it our own, and we've saved it for next time.